you a question. Where did the name Haitian come from? Because I know Haitians got a lot of Haitian pride going on, right? They ride around with the flags on their cars. They do all of that stuff, but we don't know, just like me, I will be considered an African American. And we take a lot of pride in that. Oh, I'm black. But those are not our true identities, right? When you look on this sign, right? I'm going to show you something real quick. When you look on this sign, these are the names that we call ourselves because of our oppressors. You know what oppressors are, right? Our oppressors gave us these names. They gave us Haitian. They gave us African American. They gave us Jamaican, West Indian, Dominican, all of these things. But the big question, Noella, that I want to ask you is before our oppressors came over here and gave us those names, what were we calling ourselves? And how did we even get here on this side of the world? Do you know?
Through slavery.
Huh?
Through slavery.
Through slavery. Now, look, when we came over here on this side of the world, this what happened to us. And when this happened to us, that's when we lost our identity. That's when we lost our names. And that's when we lost our sense of hope. Right? You would be considered from the tribe of Levi. You're an Israelite. You ever heard about the Israelites in the Bible? Right. You went to church? You've been going to church? Okay, so contrary to popular belief, they tell us that we are African American, Haitians, Jamaicans, but we are truly the Israelites according to the Bible. Ain't that some great news, Noella? To hear? But you want to hear more, though, right? You want me to prove it to you because right now you think, man, this dude say I'm an Israelite. I'm Haiti. IED. And that's what y'all say, right? So watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
But you said you know about the Bible a little bit, right? You know about Moses, and he parted the Red Sea, and he told Pharaoh what? Let his people go. Do you know that you are those people that he told Pharaoh to let go? Those are your ancestors. And we're going to prove it to you right now. Watch this.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So now we are establishing that Moses is speaking to the Israelites, correct? Now watch this. Give me verse 25. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
And I'm not going to say nothing. We're going to read the verse and I'm going to tell it to you and I want you to explain it, what you say that goes on with our people, right? Watch this. Read.
But it shall come to pass.
So Moses said, God said, it will come to pass. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If these Israelites do not want to listen to God, because God made a covenant with who? The Israelites on Mount Sinai, right? So that covenant he made with them, he gave them some laws. If we do not want to listen to God,
to observe, to do all his commandments.
All his what?
All his commandments.
You ever heard that word commandments before? Do you think we as a people do all God's commandments? No, right? So he said, if we don't do his commandments, what happened?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
What's going to happen?
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Curses.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now remember, he's talking to the Israelites. He said, if you don't do his commandments, that you as a people, the Israelites, all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you, right? And you remember that question I asked you earlier. Before we came over here on cargo slave ships, right? And got our identities changed, who were we? And you said you don't know, right? So now we would have to go before the cargo slave ships, right? That's the times of the Bible. To identify who we really are, right? The curses. Do you believe in curses?
What is it?
What is a curse? Because sometimes people think a curse is like a fairy tale they see in the cartoons and this wicked witch, they just cast a spell. But what is a curse? You ever heard of generational curses?
Yeah.
That if your mama had a baby at 14 years old, it's more likely than the daughter is going to have a baby at 14-year-old and her, that's like a generational curse, right? But that's as a people, curses are going to come upon us and overtake us, right? Watch one of the curses that God says.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So the Bible says if you don't listen to God, you're going to be cursed in your city, right? Do you believe that we are cursed? We are cursed people in our city. Black on black crime. baby mama drama, twerking on the internet.
Yeah, but that's the thing the world is.
Because what?
It's sinful.
It's sinful, right? So the world is sinful, right? But why are we more likely to be on the bottom? Like the world is sinful, but when you say the hood, who do you think about? Chinese people? See? But the world is simple. If the world was simple, it should happen to everybody. But it most likely happens to us, right? Everywhere you go, it's a hood, right? Do you see Chinese on Chinese crime? No, right? Do you see black on black crime, right? We do that to ourselves. That's what it means to be cursed in the city. So this prophecy in the Bible is talking about us, right?
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Now I asked you, how did we come over here? And you said slavery, right? In slavery, what do we have to do? What did they make us do when we came over here in slavery? Work where?
Like
in the fields, right? So the Bible says these people will be what?
Cursed in the city.
And what?
And cursed in the field.
Cursed in the field. Go to verse 68. She don't have a lot of time. Watch this. Verse 68. This is another one of these curses. What I'm doing right now is proving that we are the people of the book because God said so. Not because our oppressor said, you know what? That's who you are, and then we run with it. We are the people of the book because God said so.
Right.
I'm going to show you. Read
verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee
bring the Israelites
into Egypt again with ships.
So the Bible says that the Lord is going to bring us into Egypt again with ships. Now in the Bible, Egypt means bondage, slavery, all of that stuff. So when it says bring them into Egypt again with ships, who do you know that went on cargo slave ships? Because you said the world is sinful, right? Have white people went on cargo slave ships and brought to another land, been given another language, another laws, new identity? Nobody, right? Who else do you know? Chinese people? Who did it? You see these cargo slave ships right here? Who was this? Now think about it. The Bible says you're going to be cursed in the city, cursed in the field. You're going to go into slavery on cargo slave ships, but it gets deeper than that. Watch this.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You will never see your homeland again, right? Go ahead.
And there,
when you get off those ships, read,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You see, this is the Bible. The Bible says the Israelites will be sold unto your enemies. Read.
For bondmen,
slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women. Now, who do you know that was sold? Auction off on auction slave ships. How you doing, my brother? What people do you know that was sold on cargo slave ships? Who do you know that was done that to? Huh? Black people. Now, what does this tell them? Because if we don't know who we are before we come over here, and the Bible got all the nations in the Bible, who are we? We are the Israelites according to the Bible. We're just calling ourselves by another name. Do you know how important it is for you to call yourself by your true name? Your name is Noella, right? If I call you Tiffany, what you gonna do? Okay. Our ancestors are the Israelite people. The only reason why we don't know that these days is because of slavery. When we came over here, your name's Noella. What's your last name? Matthew, right? You're named after a white man. Did you know that? We got our names from white people. You, me, us. Why do Haitians speak French? Broken French. You see that? You know why I speak English? And boom. You know why the Spanish people speak Spanish? They're not from Spain. The Spanish, they're not from Spain, are they? But why they speak Spanish? Because they were slaves by who? Spain. You ever heard of Christopher Columbus? And all that's who they enslaved. So the language we're speaking is the language of our ancestors. We were speaking Hebrew. We were from Israel. We're not supposed to be here. The things that are going on with us in our community is happening because we don't know who we are. We don't have a sense of identity. We do not want to follow God. God is punishing us as a people in this land because of our disobedience.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brother, this